These are some Dinar Guru updates, starting off with Bruce via Wiser Now. They want this blessing to come to us before Christmas this year, 2023 Christmas. That's the goal, that's the plan. I believe we will get this done this week. Everything is set to go. Redemption centers are fully trained and ready. Let's look forward to the next couple of days. Frank26 Firefly says TV special saying we are seeking monetary sovereignty over the dollar. Frank says when they say the word monetary, they're talking about your currency. When they say sovereignty, they're talking about you only using your currency, the Iraqi dinar, and not using any other currency like the American dollar. That's why the dollar is going down in value. That's how your dinar is gaining value. Sudani said it clearly, I am adding value to our currency. They want the American dollar to go down and they want your currency to dominate. Pimpy says what the IMF is saying is really good, but no, the exchange rate isn't going to change tomorrow. It's just another step in the right direction for Iraq. Mark Z via PDK article quote, Iraq pushes to shift away from dollar dependency. They're going to need a currency, one that works internationally and carries value. They're telling us we are just frustrated it's taken so long. We know their de-dollarization goal is January 1st. All right, Nader from the Mideast says everybody's asking me what's going on, what's the news? The news, you will see it on the 1st of January, what exactly is going on. They already gave you a date. I told you the 1st of January we'll be out of the dollar. We will not work with the dollar anymore in Iraq. Caparoni says a country's exchange rate is the result of the success and growth of their own economy, and when you have a weak economy, you have weak exchange rate. Until Iraq passes laws, diversifies their economy, and increases their GDP, nothing will happen with the dinar. When Iraq passed their tripartite 3-year budget a few months back, it created the conditions for them to diversify and privatize their economy over the next 3 years. Now Iraq is on the clock to accomplish such. All right, Jeff says the elections are the linchpin to the rate change. That's what we've waited on this entire year to even get to the point of being eligible to change the rate. Remember, it was the central bank's absolute minimum requirement to have and hold these elections, or really to remove corruption. The most effective, fastest way to remove corruption is through elections, and that's what you're witnessing. All right, Militiaman says people need to know what they own. I feel we're presenting to everybody is the ability to have a better understanding and know what you own. It's going to be really important because you're going to know the consequences. This is a complex event. It's going to be a complex event. They've proven it to us that there's so much more than just flipping the switch. You can't just think basic. You've got to remember it's not their job to tell you everything. Understand what you own. The Iraqi dinar should not be taken lightly. All right, Mark Z via PDK comment, Iraq may be spending 80% of their 2023 budget to flood its citizens with dinar right before the RV. Mark Z says that makes a lot of sense. There was a lot of backlash in Kuwait because they did not do something similar. A lot of Kuwait people were caught without having dinar because they were using US dollars. Frank26 Bank Story woman said, I just spoke to a representative of the company for whom I purchased my currency. I asked when the reinstatement occurs, what happens from your end? She said, when the revaluation occurs, we will be notified by the United States Treasury. We will then notify all of our customers. Frank said, I find that interesting. So this bank is saying they have the addresses and phone numbers of the people they sold dinars to. Like I told you, they're going to come after you. They want you badly. The bank story woman said, I was struck by the fact that she spoke of the RI as a matter of fact, which will occur. She did not deny it. Frank said, like I've been saying to you, it's not a secret. Pimpy article quote, launch of the 3rd annual scientific conference on economic challenges and reform in Iraq. Pimpy says, this part is very interesting to me, quote, restructuring the general budget. Pimpy says, why would they have to restructure the general budget unless they're about to be some changes made? I don't want to get all crazy and make assumptions that it has something to do with the change in exchange rate, but I find it very interesting. Pimpy says, like I said, they are going to ever change the exchange rate. They usually do it at the end of the year or the beginning of the year so everybody could do what? Restructure their budget for the year. I do find this interesting. My ears are perking. And what do you got going on over there, Iraq? And lastly, Mountain Goat says, we can clearly see that Iraq is moving to the normalization of how to do business with the other countries, moving out of the sanctioned way of doing business with the world. They're already doing international. It's happening right now. Folks, I cannot emphasize enough just how good all this news is today. Wow.